Hey guys, we're back with some more Higanbana no Saku Yoru. When we last left off, we stopped bowling forever. Yep. Well, no, that was actually the time before last time. Now Murray's gonna go investigate the last year's Classroom 6 and the mysterious Misumi, who definitely won't show up in some form because she's dead. And definitely won't make an appearance. Yep. So, I didn't forget to do the Higanbana no Saku Yoru translated. Ah, dang it. You guys win this time. So anyway, it's still my weekend fun time, me staying up all night to read this. And, you know, I really like reading longer things all at once, like this. Like, I did it a couple times with Fata Morgana. Like, I read all of Door 2 in 2 nights, actually. I split it up in halves, because I got tired halfway through. And that was just a really fun time. And Reiko for Innocence, I also did that. The entirety of part 2 I did. Then the next night I read all the side stories, which was really fun. And it's just nice reading like a lot at one time, just because like you don't get like that week or so downtime where you just kind of forget some of the details, or you have a lot of time to think about it, which sometimes can add to the experience, but sometimes also you just want to get through it and, you know, be shocked at the ending. Because, you know, if you have a lot of time to think, you can be like, okay, there's this many different outcomes here. It's got to be one of them. Sometimes you get it wrong anyway, but still. But, yep. Oh, yeah, this is the 10th video I've recorded during this weekend. I set a goal of 20, which I'm definitely not going to make. But at least my backlog's getting decent again. Won't have to scramble to record every day. I haven't had to do that in a while, but I remember in the past, like, it was ages ago when I was recording Josiah. I didn't have a backlog at all, so there's just kind of a couple, like, sometimes days I couldn't record, I wouldn't have a video up, and I just uploaded as soon as I finished recording. The good old days. Anyway. After recovering from yesterday's cold, I once again returned to school. In the past, I hated coming back the day after being absent from school. I'd be afraid that in one day I was gone, everything would completely change. I'd be the only one who was left out. I should feel lucky that it didn't happen this time. Actually, perhaps I should say unlucky. Not one day I was gone, nothing happened or changed. The day was the same as any other school day. Those bullies would follow me around, and my exhausting torment would continue. Since I came back to school today, they'd be able to jeer openly with things like, "You reek," or "Get away from me," even though there's no possible way I could be spelling now. Regardless, they'd pinch their noses, acting like some sort of terrible stench was coming from me, and mock me. I mustn't react. If I react, they'll have even more fun. So for them, if I don't give them any reaction, they shouldn't be able to find anything fun about it. They bully me because I'm human. If I do not speak and do not react, like a stone Jizo statue, I keep forgetting to look at the glossary, they'd have no reason to bully me. I'm stone. Believing that for today, I set out to endure the long day ahead. She would never have imagined that all her mornings, not just today, but for every day after that, would be different. Today I have a new friend to introduce to all of you. Alright, come on in. I've seen this girl before. I'm trying to think where. Wait, oh, it's just Lambda. Oh, okay, it's Lambda. Of course, we have Burncastle here, so of course. Was it? I guess her sprite was in the opening? Her design looks familiar, at least. The morning homeroom stirred with sound at the sudden announcement the teacher gave. Well, a transfer student. This town has large factories and companies. Depending on parental circumstances and the like, without any regard for the season, people transferring in were frequent occurrences. If this were any other school, it would have been rare to have a transfer student come at this point in the semester. But here it's hardly unusual. Even so, the event of introducing a transfer student was a rare thing. The class was murmuring in and out of place way. Is that in and out of place way? I'm Reiko Osumi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Either she's not very good at public speaking, or she was too nervous. It was a self-introduction made with a voice that seemed like it would vanish. She was fair-skinned, a girl like a doll, Perhaps it'd be better to say she gave the impression of being a very feral girl. You're being called a doll? I don't trust her. She's evil. She's gonna be a bully. She's not gonna get bullied. The initial impression is, oh, look at her. She's so cute. No, she's evil. Seemed like she was trying hard to show us she was energetic, but instead it came off as pitiful. Like, it could be like, oh, her and Yukari becomes friends, and with the power of friendship, they stop bullying. I don't buy it. You always gotta think ahead of Yukishi. You can't settle for your initial thoughts. You have to use reverse psychology on Yukishi. Anyway, seemed like she was trying hard to show us she was energetic, but instead it came off as pitiful. And that's solidified as my impression of her. Since we now have a transfer student, we'll be changing seats. If you can't see well from where you're designated, please let me know. A drawing specifically created for changing seats made it so that the change would be completely random. My seat is now 2 seats from the front of the same row as my original. Sitting in front of me is the new transfer. Wow! Transfer student. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm Sakaki. Is there anything you need help with? You can ask me. Anything. I forgot the anything. There's a lot I don't understand. To tell the truth, she's a yokai. So, she's a yokai that bullies people. That's it. Go to clap. Tell the truth, I still don't know the road to get to school all that well. Well then, you know how to get home today? The truth is, I'm not sure. She was probably giving it her best to poke fun at herself or something, but she didn't have the energy in it, so it's just pathetic. Sadly, she naturally doesn't have an energetic disposition. But, because of that, she must have had it rough at her old school. So after having the opportunity to change schools, she must be working very hard to change herself. Akiyadel just threw from her exchange. And she's gonna be a foil for Yukari to start working hard and... Haha, yeah, right. However, I also understood there's just one very important thing. We're gonna get to the end of this and she's not gonna be evil. I'll be just be like, just wait for night 2. I also understood there's just one very important thing. That she wasn't a bad person who would bully me. Yep, that's called dramatic irony, because we know as the audience that she is pure evil. Maybe she was just thinking the same thing. We became fast friends. I was truly looking forward to walking home with a friend for the first time in a long time. So you're on the 4th block. And we're pretty close together, aren't we? Thank you so much. While you're alone, I thought I wanted to make it home. Reiko Sumi-san, right? Can I call you Reiko-chan? Yes. You don't have to be so nervous. I mean, it's not like I'll bully you or anything. Oh! Wait, is that the twist? Yukishi said before, I think it was Omineko, every class has a bully kid. So if Reiko becomes a bully kid, Yukari won't be the bully kid. I'm looking at the non-existent camera right now. Like, you know I'm right. You don't have to be so... Oh, I already said that. Well, actually, I've been bullying myself. Me too. I've also been bullied. What? You were? You weren't saying that, I already thought as much. So the question is, does this person have a connection to Misumi? Because that's the obvious thing here. Because the name Misumi is obviously relevant to the story in some way we don't know yet. And just as Miri goes to go look into Misumi, oh, this character shows up. And when Miri comes back, they'll be like, yo, that's a yokai! Whoa! And it's a yokai that killed Misumi! Whoa! Or something like that. Even saying that, I already thought as much. I'd sensed it the whole time. Something that only fellow bullied students can understand. Something like a wavelength. Reiko told me that she was also horribly bullied at her former school. I told her I'd always been bullied by my classmates, being called stinky and dirty. I also opened my heart. So you were too? Yeah, we've both been through a lot, haven't we? How sad. It's just awful. Wonder why there's hazing at this school too. I guess it can't be helped. What can't be helped? Well, just to live, humans have to kill animals and tear plants out. They tear plants out to make their meals, right? I always hate when they bring up these metaphors. If they don't kill animals, plants, or anything at all, humans can't live. So you're saying bullying is something that can't be helped in order for people to live? I think so. Maybe this thing called bullying provides some kind of nourishment for the Yoyoku. Nourishment? After saying something so ridiculous, Reiko-chan had a smile on, but had a hint of loneliness. Humans are creatures that are always insecure with themselves. They're creatures that are always uneasy about whether they're inferior to someone or something. When you start feeling that, if there's someone lesser than you nearby, they make you actually feel like you're not inferior. Oh, it's Copernician. Maybe it pieces and calms your heart. I believe that this is supplying the heart's nutrition. You know, like how goats have to lick rocks to get their salt content. I wonder if there actually is that kind of nutrition. I think there is. I mean, look at us. Aren't we both feeling it? Huh? Saying that, Reiko-chan turned around. Her face dyed with the colors of the sunset. The evening sun was bright. I couldn't see what expression she was making. Sorry about earlier. When I heard that you were bullied too, it really put me at ease. By any chance, did you feel the same, Sakaki-san? I wanted to deny it, but I was instantly blocked. It's true that I did feel that way. When I heard Reiko-chan was bullied too, I was relieved. Why was I relieved? Because I met someone who could comprehend these circumstances? It's not quite right. It's because I was able to confirm something. That is to say, it's because I could confirm that I wasn't all alone at the bottom of the class hierarchy. A while ago, my teacher told me this. If you're only watching those at the top, you can't feel anything but endless jealousy. So instead, you should look at the bottom and realize how lucky you are. I mean, I guess. There are people who are less fortunate. You shouldn't say selfish things. I think my father told me that once too. There you have it. In short, that's the same thing, right? But looking at people lesser than yourself, you can feel better about yourself. I mean, okay. Even though I've heard those poetic concepts before, after hearing it from Reiko-chan, they give me mixed feelings. I think that we, the bullied, are that bottom to people. Just by knowing we exist, our classmates can realize how lucky we are. Oh, what's that sound? And so, we have the role of being nourishment for our classmates' hearts. Instinctively, I try to go check the character menu to see if anyone died or something. Like in Omineko. That's what I think. I didn't want to be bullied, but since I was given this role, and by carrying that out, maybe I can be of use to my class. I think that's quite sophisticated. To think that by being bullied, we can be of service to everyone. However, she painfully understood the concept of the girl who couldn't do anything without thinking that way. Reiko-chan was surely was bullied even worse at her old school than I am here. And finally, after struggling on, she took on that sad, philosophical mindset. There's no mistaking it. You know, I think I'll be bullied at this school too. But my experience as a victim of bullying has taught me better. Even at this school, she'll surely be bullied. No matter how she keeps up her appearances, or rather, because she keeps up that pitiful appearance, she just oozes the presence of being a victim. If I'm gonna be bullied again, at that time, I'll be food for all of the hearts of my classmates at this school too. That's what I think. Food for the heart. That's right. Food for the heart. I think you've been having plenty of painful memories up until now. But thanks to you, you filled the hearts of a lot of your classmates. They may not thank anyone, but if you were not there, they'd never have been able to obtain those precious nutrients for their hearts. Even if nobody thanks you, you're being thanked by the spirits. Spirits. Yes, spirits of the school. That's truly a novel way of thinking. Even by just a little, I was able to feel the reward for all those painful days. I was always saddened by the torment, and only saddened. To think that it was actually being of use to all of my classmates' hearts. Suddenly accepting it like that was difficult, but her words remained in my heart. That's why you need that nutrition for your heart too, Sakaki-san. I don't really... You're human too, Sakaki-san. You should wish for those nutrients too. When that time comes, please use me. Because I'm nutrients for everyone in this class. She left in such a sad way. I thought, what a pitiful girl with such a beautiful height. Don't believe her lies. Because she will do the same to you. I wonder what would become of us from here on. My situation most likely will not change. And I'll continue being harassed over how stinky I am. I wonder if Reiko-chan will be able to step forward into a new school, in a new life. All I could pray was that her classmates wouldn't recognize that unconcealable, bullyable aura that seeped out from her. For a while, there's no great change in our daily lives. I was bullied like always. Reiko-chan was unable to mesh with how timid she was, and was alone as always. Just when I was thinking that those days would continue on forever, something happened. Ooh-ah! A clash of metal and a shrill scream rang out simultaneously. Are you okay? Reiko-chan? What are you doing, Osumi? How the heck you thinking screaming like that? Since we're in the same group, we also prepare school lunch together. Today's menu is curry rice, a popular dish that was beloved by all. When Reiko-chan was moving to the stock pot of curry to the pushcart, she tripped with it. All of the curry inside it spilled all over the classroom floor. She fell on top of it in a miserable state, trying to cover it. Reiko-chan, can you stand up? Ow, 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 ow. What the heck are you doing, Osumi? What are you gonna do about this? I'm sorry. I must have tripped. No, you freaking damn me. The boys were all irritated with hunger, all rained insults down on Reiko-chan at once. Reiko-chan's laughter that she could occasionally stick onto the end of sentences apparently aggravated them. She crouched and crawled over the curry that had spread all over the floor, but even still, she kept laughing the same forced laugh. Though she thought it would help her avoid their anger, unfortunately, it turned out to be like adding more fuel to the fire. Her poor clothes, they're completely stained top to bottom with curry. It's truly a terrible state. Seeing that pitiful state, the only one with any sympathy for her turned out to be myself. Accidents like this rarely happen during lunch duty. This time the duties are split up between the different classrooms. However, today was a bad day. Because of that incident during class beforehand, our class's lunch preparations were really late. Even if we were running onto the other classes, they'd already finished their lunch duties and had their tables set. Hardly anyone could help us. The curry we could scrounge up was barely enough for the class. If we were to divide it among us, each of us wouldn't even have enough for a spoonful. Lunchtime. That day the room was as silent as a midnight vigil over the recently deceased. She couldn't hear a sound save for the clicking of utensils. No, in reality she could hear it. There were whispers and murmurs. Even though every student in the school was eating curry rice, they were whispering about whose fault it was that we were the only ones with the misfortune of having to eat plain white rice. With her clothing sticky and stained yellow with curry and a crushed expression, Reiko-chan ate her white rice to the sounds of clattering silverware. Afternoon break. She was swiftly surrounded by the boys whose anger had not been quelled. It's your dang fault. Apologize for it. Look what you freaking around for, you girl. You. All that could be heard were the shouts of the boys. Reiko-chan's voice could not be heard. But based on the exchange, you could piece it together. Turned out her forced laugh was angering them more and more. I wanted to protect her. There's no way I'd have the strength to push through that crowd of boys. So is this gonna be Yukari standing up for her? And that's the chapter. She's not actually. No. Just wait. Second night. After we finish the seventh chapter of the second night, an 8th secret chapter will unlock. I think the second one has 7 anyway. And then it will reveal she was the mastermind. All I could do was wait and stare dazedly until the windstorm of their rage had passed. Don't touch me, you'll leave a stain. You look like curry, it's like you're bathing in it. You can smell it. Smell her delicious curry on her. She had a gym uniform, she could have changed into it. But unfortunately, she didn't bring one today. That's why no matter how many times she wiped it down with a handkerchief, Reiko-chan's clothes were sticky and ruined by curry. Eventually, their anger had turned towards making fun of her unfortunate appearance. The boys repeatedly jeered at her, calling her rancid and smelly. That's how she fell into the bullied role in this class too. I bet she had that label forced upon her. The role of being mocked for how I smelled was, up until yesterday, my role. However, after this moment, my social standing rose up a notch above hers. Reiko-chan. Congratulations, Yukari. Suddenly, somebody behind me spoke while laughing eerily. There's no way they could have known how this scenario of Reiko-chan being bullied would be a blessing for me. Why are you congratulating me for this? Because it's a celebration, right? This way, starting today, you won't be bullied anymore, will you? I don't know what you're talking about. Can't you see it? See what? Can't you see it? After all, until today, you're the one being bullied. That's why you should see it. The victim crown of thorns that was forced upon you has been transferred from your head to that girl's. I couldn't deny it. I now understood. This ritual of abuses has newly fallen upon the absolute bottom, Reiko-chan. And indeed, I could see it. I could see the designation of victim that has been bestowed upon me was now being delivered to her. I can't put it into words very well, but it was something I understood intuitively. It's possible. I might not be bullied anymore after today. She's inherited that role for me now. Marie sure is an idiot, but she's so cute. She's been risking her life thinking about how she could lessen your torment. Even now she's worrying about it somewhere. But her idea is foolish. After all, bowling doesn't just go away. You understand it, don't you? Getting rid of bowling is an impossibility. Bowling is... how should I put it? Perhaps it has to be distributed like a baton in a relay race. Once it is coming onto you, you can't sit with it and do nothing. You can't get rid of it. There's only one thing to do. Pass it to the next person. Pass the bowling on to the next person. You may not understand it, but it's just something average that happens with kids, you know? It's not one human who could say they are always perfect. Sometimes they make mistakes. There are moments when they're made fun of. The baton of victim is something that can be passed to anyone. But those average kids aren't stupid. They don't want to keep that baton forever. So they pass it right away to somebody else. That way they don't become the bullied kid. Are you saying that us bullied kids are people who are forced to hold the batons? Not quite. You can say that a person who doesn't pass the baton is a slow learner. I probably had that baton up until today. But I didn't intend to force it on to Reiko-chan. That's right. After all, you're monopolizing the baton and squeezing it so closely. But regardless, they found something today. Much more splendid victim than you. They got tired of you and gave the baton away for you. And they gave it to Reiko-chan. That's correct. So congratulations to you, Yukari. Good fortune has arrived to you who were not released her hold of the baton. You have finally been relinquished to the role of being the victim this day. So congratulations, Yukari. Too funny. You had and still have a school yokai in the darkness somewhere who is greatly troubled about how to save you. Yet without any effort at all, by the meager fortune of a transfer student, you were rescued all in the blink of an eye. I wonder what kind of face Mary would make if she knew. Just thinking about Mary's dejected expression, so it's just as fun as gazing at the moon. What? Huh? Who is this person saying such awful things? Did anyone in the class even have a voice like that? What? It's a yokai! You've had time. I turned around thinking that, but there's nobody there. It's not just... I know there's a girl with long hair, and even though I know I felt her presence in her hair... Eureka! You ought to kneel down and apologize to us for it. On your knees! On your knees! I'm sorry? Being peer pressured by the boys, she once again got on the floor, and showed how miserable she was. I wouldn't be bullied anymore after today. Even so, the pain in my heart only grew. So, I should jump out and cover her, telling them not to bully her, right? Yeah, do it! Go, just hit them! What are they gonna do, hit you back? Well, yeah, actually, but... Why on earth would he do something so foolish? Your victim baton has finally been taken away from you. You're gonna go out of your way to get it back again? I feel like I'm hearing the voice of that long-haired girl. Your words are not mistaken. I can once again take that baton. But do I want to go back to being bullied? I parted with that cursed baton because of the miracle that is this exchange student. Should I take it back again? What will you do with it? Will you clutch it tightly again and be a victim? Will you push it into somebody else and run away from that torment? But you can't decide that. Rather, that's up to the new holder of the baton, Reiko-chan, don't you think? The formless girl whispered, I understand Reiko-chan's personality all too well. There's no way she'd pass that awful baton to anyone else. I bet she'd clutch onto it, the same way I did. She even took everything upon herself by acting as nourishment for her classmates' hearts. Nourishment of the heart? What interesting things that child says. Well then, why not join them? From now on, you'll become the nutrition your entire class lacks in their hearts. You should partake in that too. Are you saying I should join in even though Reiko-chan is being bullied? I could never do something like that. You don't need to take an active role. It's enough just to dazedly remain a spectator to her torment. You don't have to get involved with those cruel boys. Leisurely enjoying peaceful days doesn't sound so bad, does it? I believe that's the peaceful school life you long for. You should have your fill. How peaceful and quiet it would be. And occasionally you can watch her being harassed. You should recognize and be overwhelmed with just how lucky you are to be able to lead this life now. This is the peace of mind you seek. Nourishment of the heart? No? I can't find her no matter where I turn. I must be daydreaming. Even so, she was right that this was an inescapable reality. From that day forth, our lives at school and our fates would change dramatically. Okay, I've been wanting to do longer chapters, but that seems like, again, just a natural, well, not longer chapters, longer like videos, but it seems like a natural calling place. So I'm gonna call it there. Getting close to the ending point. Like it's supposed to be 4 hours long, give or take, right? So I started with, what video did I start with today? 16? Yeah, 16. So that in 17 is 1 hour, 18 and 19 it's about an hour. So I'm about like 2.5 hours in or so. Okay, getting close. And I'll finish it tonight. It's 4:30 right now. I can go about it until about 6 to 7. So that's how long it'll take me. Okay, it all works out. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.